was funny just because through his career, when he first started, he was very prude in his jokes, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then, at some point along the line, he found mushrooms, kind of guided his friends through these trips, and then all of a sudden, when he got on stage, he was completely different. He was a completely different person after taking these mushrooms, because he would just start spilling out what he hated about things. And he wasn't even telling jokes anymore.
Mm-hmm.
He was just speaking, and he was just observing.
Mm-hmm.
And it became something way more than a laugh factory, you know what I mean? It became him prophesizing.
Yeah. Okay.
And it was funny because a lot of people were just so fucking ignorant. They're like, we don't come to these places to we don't come to these places to think.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what the fuck are you talking about? The only reason you're laughing at something is because you've thought about it, and then you realize that, oh, hey, that's funny because it's true.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of funny that people don't even understand that they're thinking before they laugh at something.
Mm-hmm.
You have to understand it before you laugh at it. You're not just going to laugh.
Yeah.
And at some point along, I don't know where the fuck this man turned and said,
Yeah, so wait, so maybe it's not your theory, but Alex Jones is Bill Hicks?
yes.
Like, it's him?
All you have to do is look at the name itself. Bill Hicks. 4 letters, 5 letters. It's.
Why would he do that if he was such a sensation?
I have no idea. I think he was paid. I think he was paid off, or
to stop talking the truth?
yeah, and to jump. And it's funny because I know all this.
Oh, this is him?
Yeah.
It looks just like
just
him.
type in Alex Jones, Bill Hicks, and then go to images. Just do it, please. Just do it for yourself. Do it for yourself to fucking understand, and click on
so
images.
Trippy.
You're gonna fucking
Wait,
scream. You're gonna scream.
Yeah, that's really.
You are going to scream.
Okay, let me tell you one more time.
And he's friends with all these comedians too. Alex Jones. He's friends with an amazing amount of comedians.
Oh shit.
Yep. Look at that.
That's pretty.
And as a woman, you can see this. You know what I mean? You see who he is. You know what I mean? Like you see it.
Can you? Okay, so
I'll make more examples for you.
Watch videos, and does he speak the same?
I'm gonna make this example. Bill Hicks. It's funny because he claims that he's from Austin, Texas, but he's not. He's actually from Massachusetts.
Okay.
And he did a lot of work in the South. All he would do is he'd go to and from like the south of California to the south of Florida and do his acts at small comedy shows. Mm-hmm. And he was involved in the South so much that he actually started doing this Southern drawl when he would make fun of people, Southern people, and he became so good at it because he'd do it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And no, it's fine. I actually have to be leaving shortly. What's so funny about it is Alex Jones is from Houston, Texas, or Austin, Texas, and he has this slur. And all you have to do is listen to Bill Hicks talk in this Southern slur, and then match it up with Alex Jones, and you quickly understand it. It's no more than an act. Yeah. And another thing is, Bill Hicks' 3 best friends, childhood friends, just so fucking happened to be the producers and directors of Prison Planet and InfoWars.
Really?
Yeah.
That's really strange.
And I can't understand where this man in his life, and especially these incredible experiences he's had, come to a point where he says, I want to now lie.
Yeah. That is odd.
And for me, I
mean, can you still fathom the possibility that you might be wrong? And it is a different guy?
No.
You just know.
Not at all. I actually read something a long time ago, and Alex Jones was at a comedic festival where they were giving an award for Bill Hicks, and he accepted it.
Oh, that's awkward.
And Alex Jones, if you ever read into his casts, his podcasts, or whatever the fuck they are on InfoWars and Prison Planet, he's always, because people flood him with that question. He won't ever, talk about it too much, but what he does do is he says, oh yeah, I'm Bill Hicks. But he talks about it so much, and he'll make that
So
joke
it's like
all
what
of the
Chris
time.
Christie did during the thing. He's like, yeah, I was the guy with the cones moving. I was moving the cones
Exactly,
during the
right.
shutdown of the bridge.
It's
sarcasm, but it's true.
yes,
And he's using comedy
yeah,
to just go, yep, that's me. And it's
yes.
true. Okay. That's awesome.
Because the truth is what's funny.
Yeah.
And he sits there and says it and then laughs. And it's like, come on, if this guy really wasn't Bill Hicks, he wouldn't even speak about it. He wouldn't joke about it. He wouldn't even give it the time of day on air.
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost as if he's
laughing about it.
Yes,
like,
it's a huge joke.
Gotcha.
Exactly, it's a huge joke.
Yeah, but why would he do that? That's the question.
Just the same question you ask me. Why do people feel the need to control? It's because you I don't know where it comes about in your mind, but you have this understanding that you can manipulate.
Mm-hmm.
And it's incredibly scary, you know. And another thing about Alex Jones and Bill Hicks is Bill Hicks, like I said, he went from this prude to somebody who was extremely intense when he was on stage, screaming, like when I brought him up earlier. Actually, do you need a charger, please? Like when I said earlier that
it's the same kind.
when I was saying earlier that he would scream. Well, he was saying how he would never want his children to listen to people who don't have needles in their arms or died of overdoses who wrote these music.
Does this
He
one
would-
work?
No, I have the 4. That's
Oh, okay. I'll go get my sister's.
Oh, thank you.
No, she has one.
He would scream at the end of that like rant, "Play from your fucking heart," you know, just screaming at people, and they would laugh, and he'd say, "It's not a fucking joke," and just like screaming. You know what I mean? Like he couldn't. It was like he almost realized that what he was doing wasn't getting through to people.
Yeah. And then now people ask Alex Jones and he'll go, "Oh yeah, I'm Bill Hicks," and laugh.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just all eerie is the word to
It's
describe.
incredibly eerie.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
I have a plug here and then one over here. Do you want it over there?
Oh, it doesn't matter. I'll do it. Thank you.
It's weird.
It's very fucking weird, huh? Very fucking weird.
There's another comedian, you might know his name.
Who's that?
He's in some memes, and I forget his name, but he's kind of older. And he
George
talks-
Carlin?
Mm,
Gray hair, always wearing black?
yeah.
Yeah. He was probably, I don't think
What's his name again?
George Carlin. He's incredible rants.
Yeah,
about
and he,
religion and...
yeah, this is him.
Yeah. He was, no doubt in my mind, a profound taker of mushrooms. And it's not something he talked about, you know what I mean? Like, again, to go back into that, it's not something that...
Some people want to associate themselves with.
Or they don't want to be associated with because it's it takes over your life, in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not a bad thing. Like, for example, I will say I took the path of the mushrooms, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't... Because on them, you could go both ways. You could... Well, when I say both, I mean either go the path of the mushrooms, or you take them, understand, and then you take a different path.
Mm-hmm.
And you go with that path, and you resonate, and you manifest, and everything turns out great for you. And, for example, like, the only way you could come about such philosophical realizations of these things is by taking these.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure you can sense it from me. It's something that just rolls off the tongue so well.
Mm-hmm.
And it really, I can't take credit for it.
Yeah.
because
just
it's not me.
something you borrowed, the information you borrowed.
No, not a borrowed. I'm facilitating.
Okay.
It's almost as if I'm taking the mushrooms in order for them to be able to tell you what is and what is wrong, or what is not.
Like,
it is.
My aunt was here a while ago, and she's a devout devout Christian.
That's unfortunate.
And she would speak about this feeling, and like she showed us this video of this guy who's a speaker, and he was talking about once you open up and you understand it and let Jesus in your heart, blah blah blah.
Like, I'll give you an
It's
example.
like you want to shout off the highest rooftop. Is that how you feel with these?
Yes.
I was trying to compare it to her
But
experience.
What people don't get with religion is religion's kind of an amazing thing, because what it does is it stimulates your brain quite well because of your belief system. But at the same time, it actually kind of degrades it, because religion is quite lazy and limiting, because you're stopping the faith in the self to then give faith to something metaphysical.
Okay.
And with that, it's quite beautiful, because it's so sad that it's beautiful,
Okay.
because of all the affection that the profane give to it. But besides that, for example, if you were ever look into the eyes of this fucking man, the Pope, his eyes are absolutely black.
Old Pope guy.
Like, his eyes are black. He has no soul.
Yeah.
It's just funny, but like, friends with comedians.
Well,
Always friends with comedians.
it's so
It is.
obvious.
It's
That's
very
so
obvious. All
weird.
you need to do is
And he's
look.
a conspiracy theorist,
Yeah.
but he just lies about
But
lies.
all he does is talk about the elites, the elitists, the Bilderberg Group, this and that, the Trilateral Commission. Why aren't you talking about things that matter?
How come those things don't matter though?
They don't matter because if you're not concentrating on them, they can't be resonated.
Oh, okay.
They can't mean like, for example, if you had a mass group of people who didn't care about governance, you wouldn't have one.
Yeah.
But you have so many people who think they need a parenting body to go about their lives that it's inevitable that it's going to be.
Okay. What about trying to think where I have him say. Oh, you like Ramachandra, right?
Yeah, he was.
He's pretty cool.
I mean, that night that I was sitting there in her room, that's all I was reading his quotes.
David Icke, have you heard of him?
David Icke's a little fucking crazy.
No.
I don't even say a little. He's really fucking crazy. He does say a lot of, and again,
Truth, but then he kind of twists it.
yes, he is another controlled opposition. He
Okay.
speaks a lot of good truths, but what he does,